Hello, everybody. Welcome to Film Seizure Now Playing. So, second straight week of Now Playing, but hey, we're still holiday vibing here, right?
Yes.
Yes. Hopefully, everybody had good Christmas, good Hanukkah, good Kwanzaa, good everything that happens around this time of year. And if you're listening after New Year's Eve, I hope you're recovering.
I am recovering at this time.
Good. That's good to hear, Chuck.
That's someone Chuck. Listens to this.
That's Chuck Moore. Chuck.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody. And Jason Oliver with us also. Jason.
Hey, I'm here.
Hey, all right. So we got just like last week, we got a handful of movies to talk about. I think to kick things off, I'm going to go over to Chuck Moore. Chuck, tell us about the new Knives Out business.
Wake Up Dead Man. New Knives Out mystery, as you mentioned, by Rian Johnson. Bringing back Daniel Craig as Benoit Blanc. But a cool return to form, I think, in this movie. Have you guys all seen it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I thought the second one was just kind of, I don't even know how to describe it. It was good. I like all three movies, but the second one was just weird to me. This felt more like a Knives Out mystery, more like the first movie, I guess.
The second one. Oh, go ahead.
I liked the first one fine, but I figured almost all of it out, like really early on, and it just kind of was like, all right, it's fine.
Right.
Second one I didn't care for. But this one I like quite a bit. I think this is probably my favorite of the three.
Agreed.
I'm sitting about there. I guess I like the first one a little more maybe than you, Jason, but this felt like a return. Yeah, because the second one was just weird to me.
The second one I liked fine. I think that the second one, the comedy was in the driver's seat. This one has some funny stuff in it, but the mystery is in the driver's seat.
Yeah, the mystery's cool, and it uses a pretty well-known story. I won't give it away. It's hard to talk about this without giving away too much. You just say it's pretty clever. You do kind of know, like I did kind of know who is responsible, but it's kind of turned on its head a little bit.
Yes. That wasn't a surprise to me, but a lot of like how they did it was a surprise to me.
Yes, that's what I think what I mean by turning it on its head. It's like, it's not how you'd expect it to unravel, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it felt more a little bit like Columbo, right? Because it wasn't a surprise, but I don't want to spoil it, but it's not just the obvious thing, right?
Right.
There's other things involved that are less obvious.
Yeah, and I will also say that I think what makes this movie pretty special in my book is the fact that something like a term that comes up a few times in this movie is the road to Damascus.
Yes.
And I ain't gonna lie, I kind of had a similar thing where it's like, God damn it, I like Josh O'Connor. He just wants to help.
Mm-hmm.
And
you mean his character in the movie? Yes.
Well, maybe Josh O'Connor too. Maybe he just wants to help the movie be good.
Yes.
You know? But
what a nice fella.
What a nice fella.
He just showed up to act.
But no, like there's a moment in it where a woman just wants somebody to unload on. And like he drops everything, much to the frustration of Blanc. But it's so nice because it's such a human thing, right?
Well, yeah,
and forget about the religion part of it because I don't really care. I'm like Benoit Blanc. I don't care about that. But it's the fact that he would and wanted to do that regardless of this woman's faith or whatever.
He's sincere in his work.
Yes.
Like, and it's cool to see. And it does make things like kind of confusing in the movie.
Yeah.
You know, at times when you're learning things, you're like, wait a minute. But again, don't want to give up too much. But yeah.
Well, and he also, I mean, he's also carrying a lot of guilt, which is very good for a movie centered on Catholic dogma, I guess, or Catholic church or whatever.
As someone raised Catholic, I quite really liked a lot of its discussion of faith, of its politics, right? Like these differing views within the church itself about like the state of the world and the clergy's place in it. It rang true. A lot of it rang true. And there are, good priests, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of refreshing to see a man of the cloth who apparently, I don't want to give away too much. By saying someone is a good person is a spoiler in and of itself in a movie like this. But yeah, that appearance of like a sincere and earnest priest, it was a bit refreshing. I can see this movie probably doing well across the aisle, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think this will probably be somewhat universally praised, a film like this.
I agree with that. I think there might be a little bit of pushback on some of what's done in it, but it's not going to be like one battle after another or stuff like that, which gets railed against. Because this movie is nice about even its messaging of that stuff.
Yeah.
It's not too scathing, but it's there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is there. And I think that everyone, even most anyone, especially Catholics, can relate to both of our main characters in this, the two main priests, I should say. The fire and brimstone guy, and then the one who is trying to be a conduit of Christ's love, right? And that dichotomy is a lot of what makes this movie so compelling to me. Yeah.
It's what kept me interested in this movie a lot of the times was that little tug and pull going on there.
Well, and I think that this is the other thing I want to say comparative to the other Knives Out movies. The suspect pool seems a lot smaller in this one.
Yeah, and you get to know them all a little better.
And the characters rise up because I liked every single character in this movie.
I felt like some of the characterization was a bit caricature at times.
But I think it works.
There's one cartoony kind of guy in this.
I felt like there were probably two cartoony characters for me. And then Frau Bruca, a bit cartoony. I really did expect to see like I hear a horse rearing and fear every time that Glenn Close like appeared on screen and spooked. What was this character's name?
Judd.
Yes.
Yeah. That cracked me up though. Every time she would just
funny.
pop out. Yeah. It's like, oh my God. I mean, yeah, but it's, no, but I mean, but like I was interested. I mean, yes, there's the one guy who's like the political influencer. He sucks, but there are opportunistic people like that.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with poking a little fun at that.
Yeah. And honestly, like if you buy into a lot of that, you have to be able to laugh at some of that. You have to. Otherwise, man, you are way up your own asshole. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
True. My only bad mark on this movie is Benoit Blanc's hair. That's it.
Oh,
I like that he actually has an arc in this.
yes.
Yes, it's nice.
That wasn't in the first two movies. I don't really understand his fucking reason for being there, but whatever.
Well, when Mila Kunis calls you up, you show up.
This is kind of odd. Because the way they started with all of the exposition backstory, I thought that was the reason he was going to be there, is because he was pleading for him.
That is kind of a twist that's not really important. But
it's not an important twist. Yeah.
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 But it was confusing to me. I thought it was something he received for sure.
Yeah. No, I have. Oh, and I mean, Josh Brolin is a maniac in this, and I'm always thumbs up for maniac Josh Brolin.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone's pretty good in this. Nice to see Thomas Hayden Church.
Yes.
Boy, he's looking
been
old.
a bit.
He's looking
Yeah. It's been a bit.
It has been. A bit.
And he's such a nice character too.
He's Thomas Hayden Church the goof.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
I expected to see him chugging wine with Paul Giamatti in his garage.
Yeah. Where was Paul Giamatti in this?
Yeah, Mila Kunis. That was surprising. I didn't realize she was in this.
And Jeffrey Wright in a very small role.
Jeffrey Wright
Yes.
had a very small role. Yeah.
That's like, wow, that's pretty cool. They got Jeffrey Wright to do that role.
Yeah. Yeah. And his last line is pretty good about, which is, it's like, that's what I want Jeffrey Wright there to say. Call a guy a little bitch.
In a weird way, I would double feature this with Conclave. I think it's just
That's interesting.
they're both mysteries. They both have like a similar message, I feel.
Both approach it vastly
differently. Yeah.
And both of them do have a feel of danger in it.
They have a feel of danger, and they both have like not the equal proportion, but the opposite proportion of like humor and drama. Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and say it. I expect this to be on my top 10.
We'll see. We'll see. I think it's going to be a tough one at the bottom to fit everything in, but we'll see.
I just really, really enjoyed it. I mean, like it didn't, to me, it didn't really feel almost 2.5 hours long.
No, not really.
Because I was pretty invested in it and it kept moving. Mm-hmm. And just when it might start to slow down, something happened.
It felt a lot quicker than the next movie we're going to talk about, quite honestly.
Okay. But no, go ahead, Chuck. If you want to.
No, this is you. This has to be you. Like, you have to bring us to this one.
All right, fair enough. So after about 10, 20 years, Guillermo del Toro finally got his Frankenstein movie done.
Yep.
This is kind of interesting that I think, Chuck, you're about to say it felt a little slow or a little too long.
Yep.
I think Jason and I are a little bit more in line because we got to see it in a theater. And I wonder if maybe
audience.
Yeah, I wonder if there's maybe a slightly different thing. But so Frankenstein, this is Guillermo del Toro's adaptation of Mary Shelley's book, which someday I will read and or listen to one way or another. This is, in my honest opinion, I think the best adaptation of the subject matter.
It's not for me.
Okay, fair enough. But what I like about it is I really, really like the creature in this.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is Guillermo del Toro doing what he will do. He will make the outsider the most relatable one. And all of that section with David Bradley as the old blind man. Oh, I just loved it. Yeah. Loved every minute of that section of the movie.
That's my favorite sequence as well. I implore you, Jeff, to watch the first season of Penny Dreadful.
Okay.
Because that is my favorite adaptation of Frankenstein.
Okay.
Rory Cochrane plays Frankenstein's monster.
I like him.
And you talk about like making the monster the most relatable. That does it like in triplicate compared to this one. I mean, he is so heartbreakingly tragic.
Yeah.
In that show. I was surprised a little bit by how conventional this was. I liked it, don't get me wrong, but it hasn't really stuck with me. And there were only a few like real wow moments for me. Like, I love all of his experimentation leading up to the creation of the monster. All the reanimation stuff he was doing felt very like Return of the Living Dead to me at times.
Sure. Oh yeah, because he's got like half a guy on a board who's like practically screaming for brains.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, most definitely. Yeah. The whole medical theater stuff was fascinating. Yeah. I quite like Oscar Isaac in that role as well. I thought he was very good.
I thought he was really good at straddling the line between real scientist and like absolute insane person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he, as he devolves into what his father was, it's believable.
That was pretty good stuff too. Like kind of getting a better understanding of his characterization as a child and what he became. I thought, as gorgeous as it was at times, it felt over CGI'd, color corrected.
I took that as an adaptation of like an old Universal backdrop.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's kind of part of what I had problems with on Nightmare Alley too. Like just things that just look too hyper real, too over stylized. Not enough for me to for it to take me out of it too much, but just a slight criticism. And I talked to you about this, Jeff, and I know you don't agree, but I just did not like Mia Goth in that role.
Let me say, I don't necessarily disagree with you, but what I do like is this version of Elizabeth.
Sure.
I think there's an idea here to play a little bit more with, you have a much more modern woman who has a different take on the creature. I think she could have been the right part or right for that part, but I don't disagree with you that she might be slightly miscast.
Okay. I agree with that. Actually, I do like the changes that he made to that character, and it's very different. It's probably
she has agency.
Well, not only that, but it's like a completely different relationship dynamic.
Yes.
That's probably what he took the most liberties with, was that character. And I think that's maybe why I was so it wasn't the change of the character, because that character's been played lots of different ways. It was just I wasn't believing Mia Goth in it. I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't, to be honest, since I haven't said much here.
Yeah, tell me.
I was about to throw it over to you. Yeah.
I didn't quite like either of the leads. I thought Oscar Isaac was just okay, and there were parts of it where he was almost too mad scientist. Like the way he was acting in scenes, it felt like it should be more grounded. Maybe that's my overall problem with this movie, is that it felt like it wanted to be more grounded, but it didn't act like it wanted to be more grounded. It was kind of on a line of weirdness for me. Am I supposed to take this as a little zany, or am I supposed to be taking this seriously? I didn't always know. Does that make sense, or is that way out there of a take?
I think any take is wrong.
No.
You had to take you had a reaction.
You had to take it one way. Yeah.
I didn't necessarily feel that quite as much. I didn't feel the zaniness too much, although I felt some disbelief in some of the performance, and that maybe could come across as zany. So,
yeah, maybe. And to be honest, I liked the movie overall. I thought it was good, but the creature was the best stuff, and the part in the middle was the best part, where it's just him.
Yeah.
And it's the most important part, and it's the best done part. And it makes the movie for me, really. Overall.
Well, yeah, I was about to say, as kind of a piggyback on that, I guess, I was going to say it anyway, but it's a good of an opportunity to say it now as possible. But the reason why I would love to see Jacob Elordi get an Oscar nomination, because he is kind of riding the line of getting a supporting actor nomination, is because if he doesn't work as the creature, the movie doesn't work.
It's true.
I could think of a million ways you could fuck that character up. 100%. He did a great job, because it's believable. He's believable the whole time.
Yeah. Well, it's
comparison to the other people in the movie.
If you compare this movie to the last really, really hard attempt to adapt the book with Mary Shelley's Frankenstein back in 94?
De Niro?
Yeah. De Niro is a problem in that movie.
Yeah.
I don't really love his
he's like Uncle Fester in Addams Family almost.
Yeah, he's Robert De Niro being a monster, and it's there's other ways that De Niro can be a monster. Trust me.
One of my favorite portrayals of Frankenstein, and this is going to blow your mind, but Randy Quaid. He was Frankenstein in the TNT original movie, back in like the early 90s with Patrick
I've been
Bergin.
wanting to watch that again. Yeah.
And I think it's very good. I really wish
Some of those
get a
TV,
proper restoration.
some of those
It
TV
is-
Frankensteins are really pretty
It is
good.
incredibly faithful to
Yeah.
the book as well. And there are some true moments, like grotesque things in that. With like, oh yeah, it's creepy. And the music to that is really good. Like, it kind of sucks now because I have a DVD of it and the quality is just poor,
Yeah.
right? And it's like, man, I wish I could experience that one again as from when I was a kid. But growing up, that was always my favorite version of Frankenstein.
Did you watch the James Rolfe, like, breaking down the different
I
versions
did.
of
I
Frankenstein?
don't think he mentioned that one, did he?
He did.
Did he mention that one?
I think it was one of the ones that finished the highest.
Or maybe I wasn't. No, I haven't seen the Frankenstein one. I've seen the Dracula one.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know he did a Frankenstein one.
He
Okay.
did.
I will check it out. I will check it out.
Anyway, Chuck, you were about to say.
I don't even know if I should say this. I won't give away the scene, but there's a scene where the music and what's happening in the movie, I was like, what the fuck is this? That it was another tonal.
Was it on the battlefield?
It was during that and what happened after the battlefield.
Okay.
It was almost like a Cry of the Valkyries or something was going on, and I don't even know how to explain it.
I will
Not
say
Cry of the Valkyries,
that's probably my favorite shot of the movie is that pan up from like the tight shot to like kind of like the wider angle
On the field.
to see where they are and what they're doing. It's like, whoa, that was pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
Harvesting fresh bodies on the battlefield. That was pretty good stuff.
Yes. And the climax is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the climax of the movie as well.
Yeah.
The comeuppance.
Yeah, and I loved all of the being on that boat.
The bookends.
Yes, and the wraparound story, right? Like the stuff that's always been part of the original story, but was never really
told in
not quite like in a big movie style. Yeah,
that was a little different too. From the book, but
a little bit, a little bit, but the fact that there's a lot that happens during like the whole thing where he sees the monster off into the distance coming for him, just like constantly chasing him like a specter. It's like, that's really cool. I like it.
Oh, well, Lars Mikkelsen in that as the captain is really good too.
Yes.
Yeah, we haven't even mentioned the Christoph Waltz.
Christoph Waltz.
Yeah, who's just like he showed up and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna have a real good time here.
Yeah, he was an interesting character too. The benefactor. That was a bit of a creation as well.
It's a creation, yeah.
Yeah. I liked that. It gave it a like the story. It felt like a ring of truth to the story because you always kind of wonder, how does he afford all?
Yeah, where does this come from?
Where does money come from? I think in the book he comes from money. His family is
I think so.
Wealthy.
Yeah.
They are, but they don't lose it all like he does in this.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, and Charles Dance plays.
Charles Dance is the
his
dad.
father. Yeah.
And there's a new version of William the brother. That's kind of a whole cloth, but all of these things are created to help fill gaps that that make perfect sense as to why. Like, I don't even mind the Elizabeth and William being the actual couple and how that affects Victor. That makes sense too, to have that change in the anyway. I think I was satisfied. I was very satisfied with it. Is not his best. I mean, it's not Shape of Water or Pan's Labyrinth or those types of movies. But I was satisfied with it, and I will also say that it will hold the the title of my favorite movie going experience, because not only did I seek it out, I sought it out 4 hours away from home, went to it, and there was like a whole Halloween village at the little mall out, like, this outdoor section of this mall.
Oh, you had you had some ambiance going into the theater.
Yeah. I mean, it was just, and I'm in Chicago for a convention, and, it's one of my favorite places in the world. And I got to go see my favorite director's new movie in basically Halloween Town. So yeah, hey, it's my favorite movie going experience of the year.
Nice.
What else have you guys been watching lately?
I have a quick one.
Okay.
My children, I don't know how we arrived at this conclusion, selected 1957's 12 Angry Men to watch. I think it came up in like one of Brinley's classes as a mention subsidiary piece to something else they were doing, right? So she's like, oh, I want to watch that. I'm like, what? Sarah was like, I want to watch it too. I'm like, okay,
let's double what?
Let's fucking watch it, because I've never seen it. Man, that movie is gripping. I assume you guys have seen it because you're well-watched people, but I didn't even know, honestly, that 12 Angry Men was about a group of jurors fighting over a verdict.
Oh, you had no idea?
Yes.
Oh, no, I always thought it was
Fonda is the lone dissenter.
I always thought it was like about 12 gunmen or something, like like people, like a Western. Honestly, I never really looked into it. I did hear of the remake. I have not seen it. But this version,
a copy of it, I can throw it your way someday.
Oh, that would be awesome.
It's very good. It was also made for TV. I think it was HBO original.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
Sarah gave it a 10 out of 10. She says, it's not my favorite movie I've ever seen, but I know there's nothing bad I can say about this film.
I think it's Jack Lemmon in the Henry Fonda role.
Yes.
In the remake.
I like that.
Yes.
I like Henry Fonda in the Henry Fonda role.
There's some odd casting in that. If I remember, like Tony Danza's in it and James Gandolfini.
I know exactly who
Gandolfini's playing Scott, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's good. It's really good. And it's updated a little bit. It's definitely worth a watch.
I say if you're not the type of person who typically goes back and watches older movies, this would be one to check out for sure.
Well, I think it might be one that we could talk about on this show sometime this year, probably.
Could be.
I mean, I'd watch it again if you'd watch it again, Chuck.
Hey, it's 90 minutes. It's easy breezy.
There you go.
It's topical too.
Yeah.
Or, you could talk about today when you talk about that movie for sure.
Absolutely. Jason, did you have anything?
I mean, I'm watching like a lot of stuff that is not new. But also watching a lot of stuff for the film festival that I can't talk about.
Oh, the indie film festival's got you under wraps.
Yeah, it is. So I can't really talk about much of what I'm really watching right now. Most of it's, it's a mixed bag. Film festival submissions are a mixed bag, but there's some good stuff. I have been watching though. So Shout Factory got the rights to all like the old Golden Princess Hong Kong stuff from the 80s with like John Woo and Sui Hark and Ringo Lam, all that classic Hong Kong gangster stuff, and some of the like weirdo wuxia stuff like Chinese Ghost Story. I've been watching a lot of that because that's been trickling out. It's like Chinese Ghost Story trilogy, The Killer, Hard Boiled, City on Fire. So yeah, that's been fun. I mean, God, I've been waiting for this.
Are the restorations like fantastic?
Oh my God. I mean, it's like night and day. It's like almost watching brand new movies, right? Because the most of these movies, the best I've seen them on was like DVD maybe
or VHS.
And a lot of them were like, some were VHS, like decent-ish VHS. A lot of them were bootlegs, like all the Chinese ghost story stuff. I watched on bootleg VHS, So it's
that's like Golden Grail kind of stuff. It's
like a revelation, and the fact that nobody really knew if these negatives were okay, if they were safe. Like people knew who owned them, but nobody knew if they were being cared for or taken care, or were going to be able even to have restorations. Like the Dragon Dynasty stuff for like Hard Boiled it looked bad. The Blu-ray they put out. I mean, it was watchable, but it wasn't great.
It's probably like a rip of a rip.
Criterion's The Killer was probably the best representation of that, but that never made it past like Laserdisc and DVD. So yeah, it's glorious. It really is. It's like,
I remember how excited you were when that was announced.
Yeah.
So it's really cool that like they actually did a good job with this stuff, and it's paying off.
It definitely is. I mean, I watched Hard Boiled maybe last week or so, and I was just like, holy hell! That movie, by the way, holds the record for like the most squib shots in a movie ever.
That I actually knew because you told me years ago.
Yeah, I believe you told me that too.
And I think by a wide margin. Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited. There's more of it. It just keeps coming out. Like, we got Full Contact, Ringo Lam's Full Contact coming out, John Woo's Bullet in the Head. I mean, they're all coming out. It's awesome. It's a good time to be a fan of 90s Hong Kong cinema.
Hell yeah.
Nice. So I've got a couple that I can briefly chat about because I don't think either of you have seen these movies. One is definitely, I forget about top 10. It's top 5. And the other, no. So I'll start with the one that I'm really excited about. So back during Thanksgiving, while I took the week off from work, I decided, you know what, I'm going to watch this Train Dreams movie. I've heard some good stuff about it, and holy hell, I'm all about that one.
Nice.
I'm at a stage right now in my life where I'm interested in movies about lives. And this is what this movie is. It's an 80-year story about a guy who, ends up basically living a life and all of the great things and all the little tragedies that go into it and how he reconciles all of that in the end. It's a beautiful movie. It's got slightly different aspect ratio too, but it's one of the most beautiful movies of the year, in terms of utilizing, what would look like Pacific Northwest, because that's where it takes place. Very tall trees, logging, a lot of people just kind of in nature. William H. Macy in it is so good. He just has a couple of scenes, but he is so good. But I mean, it's Joel Edgerton. You see the years on this guy's face. And I mean, it's a beautiful movie, and it's one that I implore you guys to watch.
It's on my list for sure.
It's got a bunch of people in it that you just like to see.
Yes.
In movies.
Felicity Jones has got a good,
Carrie Condon, Will Patton.
Yep. Carrie Condon has a wonderful little piece of dialogue that just hit me.
It's giving me kind of Terrence Malick vibes.
Yes, absolutely. That was how it was described. Yes, you're right. This would be something that Terrence Malick would have made in the, like in the 80s, especially after, what's the one from the late 70s?
Days of Heaven.
Yes, Days of Heaven.
Yeah.
Because it's very somber. It's slow, but you're contemplating with it. So yeah, it's a beautiful movie.
I mean, movies like that are my jam.
And watching it, I was like, Jason's gonna love.
I love that transcendental style in film that Paul Schrader talks about.
Yep, there you go. Similar, but not nearly as good, and very hit or miss from one scene to the next, is George Clooney and Jay Kelly. Here's a movie that is, I don't know who it's for. My guess is it would be for 55, 60-year-old liberals. And I'm talking about like center of the road liberals.
Yeah.
Because at one point somebody leaves him to go. They're so goo goo over going to do Emmanuel Marquand's hair. And it's like, why did you name drop him? I don't care. Fuck this. And it's like, yeah, I mean, it was just one of those things where it's like, oh, yes, I get it. You work for famous people. But there are times where it's like when he's contemplating the choices he's made in his life and he's kind of stepping into those memories and he's part of those memory scenes. I like that the most, while I know some people don't like those scenes the most. And it certainly ends on a question mark that I think that was not the right line to say at the end. I classify that as, I wouldn't be surprised if Jason likes it, but I almost can guarantee he hates this movie.
Ooh, wow. Interesting.
There you go.
I've not really had any strong feelings about it other than I know it's Noah Baumbach and it looks interesting. I got the weirdest thing came in the mail. So we have a New York Times subscription, and the Sunday edition came with comes with ads. And there was an ad, it was a postcard, and it had George Clooney's face, kind of stylized from the 50s on it. And it said something like "Greetings from Jay Kelly" on it.
Yes, I know what picture you're talking about, because it's like, that's weird. That should be from the 80s.
It was weird.
And it looks like it's from the, yes.
And it wasn't good. And the thing that annoyed me the most about it wasn't good postcard stock. It was very flimsy.
Ah, boo.
And I was like, this whole thing just reeks.
Yeah. The person they cast to play the young Jay Kelly is actually really spot on. It's like, wow, yeah, they got the right guy. There are a couple of good performances in it. Adam Sandler is really good in it, and Billy Crudup is really good in a couple of scenes. But it's a movie that, every time it does something good, it takes 2 steps back and has to work its way back up to a middle of the road line. So marginal thumbs up for some good moments, but not Train Dreams. I take that guy's life.
Oh man, Chuck, you've seen the Jeff Buckley documentary. I need to see that.
I have seen the Jeff Buckley doc. That was good. It wasn't as emotional as I expected it to be.
So I was gonna ask, did you cry more or less during that than the John Candy documentary, which had me pulling my eyes off it multiple times?
I've not watched John Candy doc because I'm afraid to, actually.
It's good though. It's good. Some of them are happy tears.
But there's a very, very heartwarming part of it. A lot of what this is weird to say, but Jeff Buckley's always been a mystery, right? He's just
remain a mystery.
He's just this artist that was fucking amazing who walked into the water and never came out. And there was even a mystique around the way he died that I didn't even know the full truth about. And learning it was like, well, that's not nearly as artistic as
the legend. You prefer the legend than the reality.
Yes, but it is good. I would recommend it. There's some cool music and some cool information, and I wish there were more performances, longer performances, but there's some stuff I'd never seen before, which was cool.
Yeah.
Real quick, before we begin to wrap things up, I know, Chuck, you have a hard out here in a moment.
Yep.
Piece from the news, because we record these in advance, it's the first time we have something to say about it. Rest in peace, Rob Reiner. Terrible incident. Even at the time that we're recording this, we don't know the full details, but yeah,
I don't even think I ever want to. It's just so
it's sad. It's
extremely tragic.
Yeah.
And that's all that people should say about it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'll just say that.
And 100% thank you, James Woods, for actually standing up for your guy, for Rob Reiner, that guy, not for your other guy.
Oh wow, I didn't see.
That's kind of surprising to hear.
He actually did it on Fox News.
Wow.
Good on James Wood, because normally he's not.
Yeah, it was because he was paying tribute to him for one. They disagreed, but they talked a lot, and they actually worked through their issues. And he reignited. Yeah, I know, right? He reignited James Woods' career with Ghost of Mississippi.
Yeah.
So,
Rob Reiner's career.
Yeah,
It's astounding. My
I
kid,
feel like
Has
we
there-
got some work to do on
I don't
that.
know
Well,
if there is a more diverse and consistently good filmography in movie history than Rob Reiner's.
Yeah.
Steph's coworker who recently discovered our podcast said the Pulp Fiction episode was really good and really funny. We didn't have our updated situation with microphones, so they commented on that too, but I was like, it gets better. But they recommended we do some Rob Reiner stuff because of the untimely passing. And I was like, well, that's something we do.
Yeah, it is something we do. So I would say it's a safe bet to look out for that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So anyway, yeah, it's a tragic situation, but he leaves behind a hell of a filmography.
Hell yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Yep.
And a particular, like maybe
You can't handle his filmography.
and probably like a 10 or 15 year stretch of just,
Did you or did you not watch Breakfast Club?
well, that's not him.
Well, that's not Rob Reiner.
That's the way you sounded like you were doing Jack Nicholson from A Few Good Men. So sorry.
I just don't understand the Breakfast Club.
Oh yeah, I picked the wrong movie there. My bad. John Hughes. My bad. I went
Yeah, it was,
backwards there.
yeah, we weirded out there for a second.
Weirded out.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I mean, do we have any final thoughts before we start wrapping things up?
No, I think I'm good. I'm good. Yeah.
I'm good.
Well, next week we get back to our regular numbered episodes as we count down to number 400. I think next week is going to give you a little bit of a taste of what to expect from us as we kind of make some New Year's resolutions as far as how this show is going to go. We will have another episode of Now Playing in January, but so next week, which is January 7th, we are going to do an episode on The Harder They Come, starring another recently passed person, Jimmy Cliff. It's a movie that I look forward to what you guys think of it. Make sure you have the subtitles on because you're going to need them. Because it is so Jamaican that it was released with subtitles here in America. Anyway, so come back on January 7th, go to filmseizure.com. That's where you can find all of our social media, all the places you can subscribe to listen to the show on the various podcast sites. Also, this upcoming Monday, on Monster Mondays, I begin a month of 2010's monster movies with Lake Michigan Monster.
Nice.
Which is,
yeah.
same people from Hundreds of Beavers.
Hundreds of Beavers, yeah.
Yeah, it's good. That's funny stuff.
It is funny stuff.
So same place, filmseizure.com. This upcoming Friday at my website, bmovieanima.com, I have a review of Red Letter Media's Feeding Frenzy. So good times to be had there. All right. So until next week, when we head down to Jamaica for a little reggae payola, my name is Jeff Arbuckle.
I meant to say Stand By Me and not Breakfast Club.
I'm Jason Oliver. Good job, Chuck. You have been listening to Film Seizure.